One of the funniest things is happening right now, and again, just following up, GME and AMC, really just GME, gapped up. At one point, I think it was up about 25% during that pre-market session. I missed out. I missed out on being able to short it because it quickly sold off, and it makes complete sense on why it sold off, and it has not been able to recover since. So I wanted to share what it is that I'm waiting for and what I plan to do now. So I hope GME rises. And it's not because I have a long position on it, just so I can show you I have no open position on it. I want it to gap up because we all know that this thing is going to absolutely crash. And the reason that it's rising today is just check out how hilarious this is. This stock is up, and it was up 15% because the company itself sold $933 million worth of that stock. And the absolute funniest part about it is that they say that they may use it for investment purposes back into the company, which is an absolute joke. Again, all they're doing is they're going to need to pay off debt, right? And just like AMC did, they have debt that's due in 2026. This is just another way to be able to cover it up to make it look like it's not to pay off debt and like they're not struggling. We all know GameStop and AMC have been struggling companies. That's why year after year after year, it's not an opinion. They continue to lower estimates because these companies are not growing. They're consistently declining. And it's so funny to me. It's almost like free money. Anytime that these companies gap up 10, 15% based off of that news, I view it as, okay, this is free money. As long as it gives me the ability to be able to short it, I'm all for it. And the big thing that we need to take into consideration is that, again, these are just glorified pump and dumps. We need to make sure that no future news or catalyst can be shared that could send the stock flying. Because again, if this stock gaps up, because I think at one point it was up 25% on the day. If it was up 25% because it announced that it's selling $1 billion worth of its shares, and that caused the stock to go up, what an absolute joke, right? And the way that they're covering up, it just shows how gullible all the people are that are supposedly part of this movement. If you look at this on the 1 hour time frame, again, from $80 all the way down to lows of $15, it really wouldn't surprise me. As long as no future news is shared or any form of catalyst that can send the stock flying however it is that they try to fabricate something for this thing to go up, it wouldn't surprise me that this thing goes right back down to $17 and or even new lows by the end of the week. This is not good news. If this was any other stock that sold off nearly $1 billion worth of their shares, this would not be good news. If we look at something like GME and look at something like AMC, I mean, they've been struggling and have not been indicating any signs of an uptrend. But again, if Roaring Kitty sends out a tweet once again, insinuating that he's investing or he's backing it up, then yes, I do believe that GME and AMC can skyrocket. But as long as no funny business happens, then at the end of it, these stocks have no other option but to go back to their true value, and that is as close to zero as possible. So anytime that these things gap up, especially when it's super fake reasons on why they're moving up, I view it as, okay, this is a great opportunity for them to be overbought. I wait for confirmation of a rejection, and then I short them on the way down, which again has just worked literally almost every single time. So I'm really excited to follow up. Again, I have no open position right now. I want this thing to rip up a little bit more to become more overbought, so I have more margin to work with to be able to make money as it sells off. Instead of trying to make 5% by opening short right now at $22, there's a possibility that I could just try to run up. So I want to open up short right around $23 to $24 as long as we show signs of a rejection and actively begin to sell off, and then I'll open short there. The other thing that I also want to make sure that you guys are aware of is that overall NASDAQ market was showing signs of a resistance, but we still have no confirmation of a rejection or a pullback below that EMA, and definitely not below that moving average. So this week, the big focus, if you've looked and paid attention to the series of different economic reports, this week we have the PCE report that's going to happen on Friday, 1 hour before the market opens. So you guys let me know if you guys would like me to go live. It's going to be 1 hour before the market opens. And for those that are unaware, feel free to Google search what the PCE report is. It's the Federal Reserve's favorite report on a monthly basis to be able to get a better understanding on how our economy is doing and if they plan to raise or drop interest rates. So again, I'd love to keep you guys up to date. Feel free to let me know down in the comment section what you think. Obviously, there's going to be people that are offended about GME and and AMC and what I have to say about it. Make your money, right? No question about that. Do your part, make your money. If this thing is up 15, 25%, I wouldn't hesitate to lock in profits because we all know that they're struggling companies. I mean, just look at their financials, look at their quarterly, their yearly earning reports. They continue to be lowered every single year. And if that bothers you, if the truth bothers you, then again, the only person that is hurting you is yourself. So I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that you do your part in locking in profits when it makes sense to you, especially at overbought levels. And I'm excited to follow up that once we do get confirmation of that sell-off, I'd love to follow up on the few $1,000s that I make shorting these crap companies. So hope that earned your thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.